Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I am back with another video. All right, y'all. So a few weeks back, bantamweight champion, featherweight champion Amanda Nunes, she talked to MMA Junkie about her upcoming fight with the number 6 bantamweight Julianna Pena, and she was asked about the choice of words that Pena had for her. And Nunes, she responded back by letting everybody know that look, words have been really getting her ready for the fight, and she's ready to make Pena pay. You know, she basically said that look, she's heard this before, she's heard this kind of talk before. This is her belt. It's not going anywhere. She's going to expose those holes in Pena. And she's going to win. You know, she's going to take it to the ground and she's going to beat her at her own game. You know, so first off, I have to say I do like this talk. I like this talk that Pena's really been bringing out of her. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull up the MMA Junkie interview. So this is what Nunes said word for word. I love that. Those kind of girls bring the best out of me in the cage. I love what she did. She got it. I'm happy for her. And we're going to see each other soon. I know she doesn't have nothing to lose, so I'm still ready. Nobody's going to take this from me. I'm going to become the lion inside the cage, and no one's going to take that belt from me. All my opponents, it's the same thing. Since I got this belt, they say the same thing. None of them have been able to stop me. She's going to be the next. She's not going to stop me with her wrestling. I promise you. We're going to go in there, and we're going to do the interview again like I told you. I think basically she means that at the post-fight, she's going to say, I told you so. She's not stopping me. I will defend, and I will take her down. And I will finish her on the floor. She's good with her wrestling, but also has a lot of holes in her game. The girls that I finished submit her. She's referring to Valentina Shevchenko and Germaine de Randamie. 2 strikers submitted her. She has a lot of holes. I will do the same. So yeah, before y'all correct her, you know, Amanda Nunes is basically saying that the fighters that she beat have submitted Julianna Pena. Because as we know, Valentina Shevchenko dropped 2 close decisions to Amanda Nunes. Germaine de Randamie was finished in the first fight by Amanda Nunes. In the second fight, she was just pretty much dominated to unanimous decision. So, yeah, she still holds 4 wins over both of those fighters, which both beat Julianna Pena by submission, right? So, yeah, this is what I have to say about this, man. I have to say that, look, I like this element that Julianna Pena is bringing into this fight, you know, in this fire that she's really trying to light up in Amanda Nunes. You know, this is a fight that Pena has been wanting a long time, she said. You know, she feels like Nunes has ducked her before and ducked her now, which I don't really agree with, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But, you know, this is a kind of like a long time coming fight. I would like a little bit more flair behind it where Julianna Pena had more leg to stand on. But, you know, she's been asking for it, so she's getting it. You know, this is a fight that she's been wanting. She just faced a lot of roadblocks like injuries, recklessness, her own recklessness, you know, against opponents that stopped her title shot or stopped her title opportunity, you know. So now that this fight is here, you know, we really can't stop it. I mean, Julianna Pena is kind of the one that's been talking a big game. As y'all know, Julianna Pena, she's coming off a win over Sarah McMahon, where she was able to submit Sarah McMahon via rear naked choke in the 3rd round. Before that, she was submitted by GDR in the 3rd round via guillotine choke. So yeah, man, I actually felt like that fight probably would have secured her title shot if she would have beat GDR that first time around. But after the McMahon win, you know, she was able to talk her way into a title shot. You know, back in January, from February on to March, you know, she was really getting under the skin of Amanda Nunes by hitting Twitter and doing interviews saying that, look, she deserves a title shot. Nunes is ducking her. You know, she tried to say she ducked her before, which I don't think so. You know, I really don't think so. I think that these two, they've always almost came close to fighting, and they started their careers around the same time in the UFC. They just took 2 different directions, you know. They just never crossed paths due to timing. You know, they had some common opponents, but other than that, they always kind of went the opposite direction. You know, like I said, with Julianna Pena having injuries or, you know, losing to Shevchenko, that just kind of threw her off the path, while, you know, Amanda Nunes was beating girls like Ronda Rousey and beating Miesha Tate, which, you know, took her to the next level, you know. So, like I said, Julianna Pena, she hasn't really gone on a huge fight winning streak or anything like that. You know, she hasn't fought her way all the way up to the top. But everyone knows that everyone above her, above Julianna Pena, has already faced Nunes and been defeated, you know, other than Aspen Ladd and Irene Aldana. But I think that Julianna Pena in a title eliminator, I will say this, Julianna Pena in a title eliminator with Holly Holm or Aspen Ladd would have made more sense. Because, yeah, you know, I still feel like Aspen Ladd has things to prove, even though she is at number 3. But now Aspen Ladd is taking on Macy Chiasson later this month, right? So, you know, that fight is out. But other than that, it just leads back to Julianna Pena again, kind of being that lone contender. So, she has to thank her mic skills for her getting this fight. I know she recently said this in an interview. A lot of people think I got this title fight from talking ish. Look, I didn't get this title fight from talking ish. I'm speaking the truth. I'm telling you what happened. I was 7-0 when Nunes didn't want to fight me. You beat me, should take that night. She's referring back to UFC 200. And I beat Kat Zingano, who literally made you curl up in the fetal position, and the ref had to pull you off. You quit. I didn't quit. I beat her. She stomped a mud hole in you. Wow. She just loved to talk, man. It's like, I'm trying not to talk ish. I'm just saying facts from what I saw, what I've done in my experience. I came back from a knee injury. I came back from having a baby. I've still been able to win at the highest level. I've dropped fights to Valentina and GDR. But with that being said, you were struggling with those girls when you fought them. I was dominating both of them before I got caught being a freaking dumbass. All right, so yeah, that's what she had to say. She feels like that's a strong argument to stand on, which it's not really. It's kind of funny hearing her say that, but it's just how confident she sounds in it. In my opinion, Pena, she has really used her talk well. She has used talking well to get her this title shot. I'm going to be honest. Some of the things she's saying is just entertaining. That's why it's like, yo, you got to put her in there with Amanda Nunes, And that's why I always say, look, speaking up for yourself will get you somewhere in this business. So a lot of these other fighters need to take heed to that, especially the ones that have stronger arguments to stand on, like, Lauren Murphy and Nicole Esparza. They have to really make it known and hit social media and kind of call out these fighters more so like she is. You know what I mean? Like, she's coming off a loss to GDR and then a win over Sarah McMahon, which isn't really a solid title eliminator fight, but she's still talking. She's still talking to try to get this fight, So it's putting her somewhere. Even though we know Nunes is not the same fighter she was when Zingano beat her, I think Pena is playing that piece well. She's playing that piece well with, we all know that Nunes has gone so much further than Pena and Kat by now. And, we don't even have to look back and kind of feel bad about that loss. I think Julianna Pena just brings that up, and she uses some good points on it just to kind of get under her skin, and then she brings up points on why she lost to, Shevchenko and GDR, which to me, you can say you were dominating up to a certain point, but a loss is a loss. I feel like Valentina Shevchenko eventually would have made some adjustments and made the fight tougher. GDR, that might have been a stronger argument because she was being competitive in that fight in the first and second round, but she did once again just get reckless. But recklessness will always cost you. As y'all know, you can't go into this fight with Nunes the same way and think that, okay, we can take crazy chances and be reckless. You can't do that. You can't be a freaking dumbass, like she said. So yeah, I think this fight will be interesting for as long as it lasts, and we'll see if Pena can use her wrestling against Nunes, or even see if she can push Nunes' gas tank, and if she chooses to stand with Nunes. We'll see if that happens too. But one thing we do know is that she has woken up the lion in Amanda for this fight. So yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this fight. We will break it down a little bit later. I'll do my technical breakdown on who I think will win and the chances that Julianna Pena has in this fight. But yeah, let me know what y'all think of the mic skills of Julianna Pena. Like I said, it really has got her into the position for a title shot. That's why I said these fighters with solid streaks and more of a leg to stand on, they need to speak up a little bit more. Because if you speak up, you'll get what you want. Combo Breaker 99, I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.